Welcome back to another review and recap with your favorite host on, YouTube or whatever this is going, right? Terrell here and your boy DJ Sue here, back with another review of the down baddest show that you can ever watch in anime history.
Or down bad.
Then again, I can't say anime history because nothing's topping Golden Boy.
Well, God, we could have a whole discussion about Golden Boy because I always wondered, was Golden Boy, was dude really down bad, or was he teaching us something?
Yeah, every episode had a lesson.
Because and then every episode, it's like on surface, my man would be looking like he's really down bad, hella thirsty. But by the end of the episode, the girls are thirsting hard over him than he ever was.
Right.
So
like time to move on.
Yeah, my man's like, bro, I'm off to the next prefecture.
Right. We come back with episode 4, Chainsaw Man. This episode's titled Rescue. Every episode seems to be picking right back where it left off, which kind of illustrates my point a little bit more. They're definitely slowing down the pace of this, which they kind of have no choice. So kind of like almost chapter for chapter of the manga. Like I said, of doing this. And like I said, this picks back right back as we leave off. And, our boy is, ready to receive his reward.
He just cannot get a break.
We see it, just the way they animate the guts of this bat all over the streets is just purely just disgusting. Like I was like, oh, I can't really look at this. Like it really looked gross. Like and they really want to go for the gross factor here.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw it, when I saw the guts of the monster, I said, "Great, I can't buy ground turkey for at least a month."
Yo, you had no more hamburger helper, no more burgers.
Nope. I can't even look at that. I can't look at that prepackaged stuff, man, because it just looked perfectly rolled. Like each section was perfectly rolled. I can't roll with that.
Yo, just ill. It's disgusting. We see our boy Denji, about to get his feel on after he gets consensual permission, of course, and and his arm just gets blown off because of course, like something's got to stop something from happening, right? And I don't know how to describe this creature from Shin Megami Tensei Monsters. Looks like a dick monster. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was.
You went with that one. I went with giant nipple monster as well. And first of all, why was that John rocking the Rihanna umbrella cut? And second, you got the nerve to come out here with the lips. I'm like, stop.
Oh my god, it definitely had the umbrella egg.
I'm like, fam, what is we doing? Like, what are we really doing?
I can only imagine what the voice actress of this creature is going to sound like. Like who they wind up getting for this.
Man, my body is ready. That's all I can say.
But yeah, they never confirmed like what type of devil it is. I feel like they said it maybe. But only thing we really get is that she was tight with the Bat Devil, and they had like a little deal going on. You let me do this, and we're gonna take over the world like every evil monster and villain does. Like we're gonna destroy everything because if we do that, there's nothing left, and that makes sense, right?
Of course.
So yeah, we get that. She comes up and pretty much stops my man Denji from getting his copper feel on, and he tries to go, he tries to get his henshin on and go Chainsaw Man mode, and is unable to do so because devils need to consume blood to get their power, or at least rest.
My man was out of juice.
Literally.
It was like, yo, where that MagSafe charge at, bro?
was out of everything that he needed. So he's only able to get like half the chainsaw out of his head in this scene. Yep. Just before we even get into that whole fight, man, like where are your thoughts at just coming into like with the weirdness of this monster and Maki get power, giving him the permission to after saving the day here.
So from my personal all right, personal opinion. Monster was not quite nightmare fuel. Not quite. Not quite nightmare fuel, but at the same time, this has to be one of the most disgusting monsters I've seen in anime history, and that says a lot. I've seen some stuff. Aside from that, Denji again saying, "Look, you interrupted my field copping time, and I don't appreciate that. So you about to get this work, demon or not,
Right?
like you get the work, bro." Denji's first of all, Denji's hands were rated E for everyone because he was running it. He was running them hands on this monster, and I said, "Yo, he straight decked this monster in the face and it kept going."
Yeah, ain't no holding back. Like you hold me back from my dream right now. Like you're not about to stop that. It's not happening. Which kind of goes to the point. Like the series is like, of course, we like I said before, we introduced to Denji. This is somebody that literally almost he wants the bare minimum out of life. Like getting a good meal, being with the woman, having a place to sleep. Just things that he didn't have growing up because a lot of that stuff was taken away from him. And here he is, people are talking down on his dream. The man wants to cop a titty. You know what I mean? This is the look. This is all I want to do. I ain't bothering nobody. This is all I want to do.
Simple,
right? You're not gonna stop me from doing that, right? So they go. Of course, him and the monster goes back and forth. We see him. Of course, he still maintains his super strength. So
yeah, he still got it. Still got. Still got his super strength, and that's really all he needed to put in the work.
Right. Yeah, he still get a lot of the speed and stuff like that. But see him go back and forth, and I think it's another back-to-back amazing fight scene of him, and the animation is just really, really good of him fighting this monster and just completely just cutting through it until here comes the Bureau and Hayakawa, and we get a preview of what his devil is, or his pact with the fiend or the devil that he has.
When I first saw him, when he reappeared, he just said one word. he pops up and just says "Ko." Like he was done. He was like, "Yeah, we're done with this. We got story to tell. So let's go ahead and get rid of this devil right now."
Could have did that like 20 minutes ago. You see me out here fighting this thing all day, man.
That's how I felt. I felt like Denji. I'm like, bro, where were you? Like, you've been watching this whole time, and you could have put a stop to this, but you had to have me, putting in all this work. When you could have ended it like that,
right? Instantly. We get a preview of, like I said, his pact with the demon, and then once the fight's cleared up. They pretty much go into explanation of how Hayakawa has been basically following them through surveillance of what they've been doing since they left. And ask Denji, like, look, we know that she knocked you out and betrayed you. What do you want to do? He's pretty much looking for a reason or excuse to exterminate power, and he's like, nah, it wasn't even like that. So
it wasn't like that, bro. My man is covering for her, but I personally felt like Denji was really good, really letting her know, listen, that was not for your benefit. Right. I clearly did this because you owe me. Yeah, and she was like, that's such a stupid reason. Like, hey, you offered, I'm accepting.
Look, I ain't gonna turn down no good deal, nothing for free.
I'm not.
Get it while you can, man.
Pay what you owe.
But also learned that Denji is also not able to just regrow limbs. He has to have the limb reattached to him, through a blood transfusion that we found out, because he is still able to heal. Which I thought, for whatever reason, I remember reading he was able to recoup his limbs. But I guess once you lose it, you kind of lose it. You just walk around with no arm.
Pretty much.
But yeah, Hayakawa gives him a chance to kind of outpower and let him know what happened. But he doesn't portray her, pretty much emphasizing his whole point about how these devils and these fiends, you can't trust them. You can't be friends with them. That's just not a thing, because his whole backstory is, hey, they killed my peoples. You know what I mean? I can't do that. As Denji says earlier, I'm tired of everybody's like story, everybody's different reason for why they do what they do. Mine is real simple. I'm not trying to mess that up. Like
I'm just trying to live, dog.
Right.
I'm just trying to live.
And then and of course, then the rest of this is like we get a preview of Denji going back to Hayakawa's spot. And then we just get the second half of this cuts to us kind of getting a daily routine of like how they're living, because Denji and Hayakawa have like a better mutual understanding of living with each other here.
Yeah, they do.
Because at first you just see Denji going in with the bread and throwing everything and making a mess and yada yada yada. But we get a more personal daily life of his story, and who he is, and we find out that he explains how his ability works. He has to offer a piece of himself for his contract to his demon every time he uses his power. What do you think about that, man? It kind of sucks, man. Every time you use your ability, like you lose something. I feel like it's always like offset to everybody's thing, right? Like because Denji's, if he uses his, he kind of passes out from the blood loss. And with this one, we see that he has to offer pieces of his skin to be able to use his ability.
God, man, what is with everybody having these Meteor Man abilities, bro? This is not. That would really make me. It would really make me think. All right, so you mean to tell me that every time I use my power, it's gonna cost me,
right?
At that point, if I was him, I'm like, listen, I'm just gonna take a desk job from now on. I'm assigning myself to a desk. Right. I don't know if I could do that, because if you're out there on the front lines having to fight these demons, and you have to use your power, knowing it's gonna cost you a piece of yourself, it really makes you think about a lot of life choices here. I think that's crazy that that was the deal that he took with that demon. Honestly, it's a bad deal. Sure, you get a powerful demon for it, but that deal kind of sucks, man.
Yeah, I'm not to say like I feel like everybody should have like an unlimited use or something. I feel like there always should be like some type of balance, or like some type of whatever for using like extremely powerful stuff like that. But you mentioned Meteor Man in that movie. It's like, oh, every time you use your powers, you get like, that sucks, man. I don't even.
It does. It just reminded me of that.
Like, I'm like, keep this, man. This is the weakest thing you could possibly have.
I was like, bro, I'm about to change this man's name to Jeff Reed, because that's who you are. You are Meteor Man, son.
Jeff. But yeah, like I said, we get a little bit more of that, and then we get a call from Makima saying, hey, we gonna need you to take power in too. Which now we're about to add her in, who just comes in, by the way, and just blows the man whole door out. Didn't even let the man answer the door. Just blows the door in. And I'm sitting here like, wow.
Come on, man. She has to do it like power. So
she's just doing the most. Oh, it was crazy. It wasn't like when they show like power like walking through, like she's just like completely naked. Like,
we open it up to another power backstory
where her and Meowy or whatever it is, and like this cat is like some kind of humanized her a bit. Not she feels things for living creatures. This, that, the third. Even though she explains that like she lusts for blood, she needs it. This, that, the third. It makes her feel some type of way. She's a vampire. She's a blood demon. So
right,
we get a little bit of that. But yeah, she comes right in and just a mess. Just making a mess of the bathroom, food all over the place, to the point where Denji and Hayakawa was like, look, you can't be living like this, bro.
No, you can't.
She's like, she's not feeling it. I love this dynamic. I love that his boss is just like, look, you about to have a house guest. You ain't got no choice.
It's like, so you mean to tell me I gotta take care of Denji and her? It's like, yeah. It's like, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna have you watch the both of them. That way you can keep an eye on them, and that way, we don't have to worry about anything going wrong. To which I'm like, a part of me was like, okay, he knew what Denji did, and he said, listen, because there were no fatalities, I'm willing to let what happened here slide.
Right.
Now, I'm about to vouch for you when I report this to Makima, and he told her, and she gave him that look like, okay, very well. In the back of my mind, I'm like, she don't believe you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Something tells me she does not believe you, Spam. So that's why she said, okay, don't worry about it. Gives him a call and says, yeah, she's gonna be staying over there at the house. This way you have full supervision of these two whenever they have to go out, because they're gonna be living under your roof.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, you know, like you said, she definitely didn't believe him when he said it, but at the same time, she also has responsibilities, like, while managing this team, because this is a big risk that they're doing with having like devils and fiends and on the premises, knowing they can cut loose at any moment. But she's pretty much trusting, like, you know, of course, the thing they emphasize this episode is that Denji still has his humanity when they show all of the confessions of the people that are like, oh, he saved my life, yada yada, except the one guy that got tossed in the car. Yeah. He was mad. He told
I was like, oh snap, he's back. Okay.
But we get a more emphasis, like, okay, yeah, he did, you know, a devil or a fiend would not do that. They wouldn't care about humans. They're gonna kill and cut everybody. But you see Denji goes out of his way to save these people and make sure they're out of harm's way by, you know, jumping in front of cars and XYZ. So we get a little bit more reason to prove his case to Hayakawa here, who's already ready to just X him off at any point in time because he doesn't want to live with this guy.
Yeah. Even, you know, but I did like that serious moment with Denji when he explains to him, listen, I get it. You got this thing going on. Other people got their reasons for why they do this. I'm a simple guy, but don't think that I'm not taking this any more serious than you are.
Right.
So that was good that he, you know, hey, cards on the table. That's what it was. Like, don't think I'm not, you know, don't think I'm taking this any less serious than you. So there you go.
Yeah, they're on the same page here. Like, look, I'm trying to keep this good thing I got going. I'm not trying to mess that up. And, you know, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do, but you're not about to do whatever you want. So the deal was like, look, if I'm gonna let you slide, but you gotta do what I tell you to do. When she's like, okay, we'll see what happens.
He's like, yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
I'll let you know. We close out our next chapter here with you know, apparently Power just shitting all over the bathroom apparently, and
yo, she messed up my man's bathroom, fam. All the toilet paper was literally stuffed in the toilet, and she's like, I'll do it whenever I feel like it. I'll take, like, I'll use the bath, like, I'll flush the toilet whenever I feel like it. I'll use the shower whenever I feel like it. Like,
and to the point where Denji is like literally cussing her out and
just
pissed off, like, look, I'm not dealing with this. Like, this, you're gonna have to learn how to do this. And then she comes back and it's like, yo, it's time to come through on this deal. He's like, you know what? It wasn't that serious. You know, we can work something out. And she explains the rules of he gets three fields based off of the, you know, saving the cat, saving her, XYZ. And not
snitching her out.
Right. So he's like, all right, let's go. And they close the door. And I guess, you know, what happens. And so, you know, hopefully we got a happy Denji after this. And, you know, his man's going to die happy.
Hopefully my man needs a break. He really needs his break.
And then, of course, that's the end of our episode. But something like I said the week before, they are given a different ending every week.
Yeah.
So the opening is the same, but it's a different ending. And I'm like, damn, this is real cost effective. They got a different song. I don't know if there's a different song or just different animation for. I had to go back and watch the first couple ones. I don't know if they're changing the song or not, but I really liked it. It shows a little bit more with like Power and kind of her journey and stuff like that. Yep. I thought it was pretty cool. And of course, we don't really get a preview of the next episode. Like, you don't really go into too much, but I'm hoping they get into more of the rest of the squad. We get a little bit more of the story.
Yeah, because we saw a little bit of them earlier in the episode.
Right, we see them next to Hayakawa, but we don't see them do anything other than crowd control.
Yeah,
because that's everybody's favorite position when they on the force, right? Yeah. Did you be crowd control? But yeah, I'm looking forward to this episode. I'm hoping that I don't want to say speed up the pace because I do like the pacing of it. I'm only expecting like 10 or 12 episodes out of this, but I'm hoping to just get a little bit more of like where the story goes. And obviously, you can read the manga, Shonen Jump, Fizz Media. You can go in there and read that stuff right now. If you do want to jump ahead and see what's going on. I guess, do you kind of have any expectations of like which characters you want to see kind of get more light or just more story wise?
I really want to see. I'm ready for Hayakawa. That preview pretty much showed me. Okay, I see why he's serious. I like to see him out on a mission.
Right. Now that would be dope. A little bit more backstory things. I mean, they wind up because they're gonna wind up slowing it up a little bit. Yeah. Which I don't think they have to because they do have enough material to animate 12 episodes before they go on a break for however long. Hopefully it's not one of those Attack on Titan joints where it takes like 25 years to finish the show. And it's like, no, this is the final season.
It's the final season. I'm like, bro, why does everybody still look the same? Nobody's aged.
People's hair a little bit longer.
I'm like, that's all there is to show for the last 20 something years.
Right. Trash. But that was an episode, rescue episode of Chainsaw Man. My man Denji got his reward like Jafar in the Cave of Wonders. You know what I mean?
I know, right? Finally got it. Honestly, I feel like he got what he got was really a preview for the real prize because we all know that he wants Makima.
Oh yeah, everybody wants Makima. That's probably not gonna happen, but yeah.
That was a test drive. But it was a good test drive because he got three squeezes.
Yeah. The show is also I don't want to say it's pushing the limit on like what we can get. Because would you consider this like adult content?
In terms of violence, yes. Just in terms of violence, it's adult content, but
like the sexualization and stuff like that, like the theme.
I mean, a part of me would say it's fan service. It's kind of fan service.
Oh, Chainsaw's all fan service, yeah, for sure.
It's definitely fan service. But I mean, but just for her talking about the whole, hey, do you want to cop a field? That's fan service.
Takes me back to my Ekin days.
Right. Listen, we are not going to talk about Ekin Club, all right?
For us older fans that remember those animes.
I am not about to talk about Ekin Club.
But yeah, episode 4. That was my thoughts on that. Like I said, if you guys have any comments, let me know what you thought about this week's episode. What you're expecting from next week. Did you have anything that you wanted to say about this?
Oh man, other than this being a really good episode, I'm looking forward to seeing more. Like now that Denji got his test drive on, what's next? Because there's got to be something more. Yeah, I know he's a simple guy, but I know there's gonna be something. I felt like the whole, I felt like the Copper Field was a gateway. It's gonna lead to something else that he'll want.
Right. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next. But like I said, on that episode 4, if you guys got anything else you want to say, leave us a comment below, and we'll catch you next time for episode 5 and drop that review for you. See you guys next time.
Peace.